Happy Thursday, October 19th. It is the release of Clue 3 today. And as usual, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning for me, so it's bright and early. Clue 3 is downloaded, and again, I'm staying spoiler-free. Haven't looked at social media, don't plan to, haven't checked out the video, and I hope I don't have to. All I can see from this is that we have 7 pages of clue. So what that means, I'm not sure. And obviously I'm working today because of the hour that I'm awake, but I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off and lots of knitting time. So hopefully I can get this done before the next clue comes out. Yeah, thanks for joining me on this vlog journey, and I'm excited to see where Clue 3 is taking us. All right, quick update. I managed to finish 2 rows before my work alarm went off. And let's see if I can show you. So we did Stephen's most favorite technique, the I-cord bind off, for about half of the stitches. And then this side, we're continuing to knit, and you can just barely see I have floats on the front side of the work starting to form. So I hope mine aren't too loose. He said not to make them too tight, and mine definitely have a lot of give. So, if they're too loose, they might snag on everything. But again, we have no idea what we're going to do with those floats. So you never know. Maybe we're going to braid them up like last year. Anyway, I'm off to work. I'd much rather stay home and knit, but my boss wouldn't like that very much. So I will check back in when I have more progress. Saturday, October 20th, and it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I did manage to sleep in a little bit, but I stayed up late, so I still didn't get enough sleep. I did not manage to get anything at all knit yesterday after I showed you, so I'm picking right up where I left off. I've only done 2 rows, and if talk is true, everyone's saying this is quite the doozy of a clue. Also, I just spent a little bit of time looking at Stephen West Patterns. He's having his happy birthday sale, code happy birthday. By the time this goes up, it's probably already over. He must be 35 this year because he's offering a 35% discount. That's my guess anyway. I haven't actually gone through with any of the purchases, but I'm thinking about it. So one of the ones that I'm looking at is, I can't remember the name, it's one of his marled cardigans, the fragmentation shawl, and something chevrons, the one where it's like they're offset from each other. Anyway, we'll see if I actually end up buying them. I should just wait till I'm ready to knit them, because I guarantee I spend more money on patterns that I've never knit and probably never will knit, but I guess that's supporting the designer, right? I have been knitting away on Clue 3, and I have managed to finish the first 4 stripes, so I've gone through all my colors now, and that is what we're getting. I can't tell if it's showing up really well, but you're getting this sort of, I guess, chevron. I don't know what else to call it. It looks kind of woven, but it's 3D-ish, and I really like it. Plus the rows are getting shorter, not every time, but it's definitely decreasing. I think we started with 110 stitches. I'm not sure how many I have now, but I have to do this a bunch more times to get down to 18 stitches. So I will check in with you when I have more progress. Well, hello there. I am still in my pajamas, and let's see, it is almost 1 o'clock p.m. Perfect lazy Friday in my book. Here is my progress. I have finished 2 repeats of Clue 3, section 11, I believe it is. And let me see if I can kind of show you how this is looking in the shawl itself. Here we go. Really liking it. And it's hard to get it to kind of fan out the way I want it to. So I have 78 stitches on my needle, again down from 110. So I'm making progress. I don't know how many repeats it is completely through all the colors, but I really like this. And if you'll remember from the end of my Clue 2 video, I said I was hoping this wasn't going to just be a very long wrap, and based on the shape that we're seeing, it isn't. Right now, it's kind of looking like it's going to be one of those very classic, do they call it like a V shape, a triangle? But again, we have no idea what's going to happen in Clue 4, and we're still figuring out what's happening in Clue 3. That being said, as much as I want to keep knitting on this right now, I'm going to take a break and do a 60-minute Peloton ride. I have signed up for this challenge and they pick what rides I do, and 60 minutes is a lot. So in reality, it's probably going to actually take me 2 hours by the time I change and ride and stretch and shower and pick myself up off the floor when I'm done, because that is a thing. So break time, I will let you know when I make more progress on this. I just can't stop looking at it. I really like how it looks in the camera. I mean, it looks good in person too, but from a distance, I really, really like that. If you are knitting on Clue 3 as you're watching this, or if you've already knit Clue 3, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I know I've read some people are struggling with the floats. The best bit of advice I can give you for that, I'm a flicker, so I hold my yarn in my right hand over my finger and I just loop it around. Just make sure you're really stretching those stitches out. So let's see, here's the front. So, you know, before you make the stitch, make sure you're really stretching them out and don't pull tight on your yarn that you're working with. That works for me, and so far I'm not having any pulling or bunching, so hopefully it will work for you too. It is a Friday evening and I am so ready for bed. It's been a very, very long day, and it's not even that late, but I'm exhausted. So I'm ready for bed. I have made some good progress, but I was really hoping to finish well, not Clue 3, but section 11, is it? The first half of Clue 3, but I did not. I have reduced my stitches down to 50. And if you'll remember, I said I have to get down to 18. I don't know how many more stripes that is. It's several. So I've done 3 full 4-stripe repeats, and I just have 1 more stripe to go for a 4th. I think there's almost 6, 5 and a bit, maybe. Maybe there's more than that. Also, maybe it will be more evident when I get the other side that I'm sitting on. Oh gosh, it's been a day. Maybe once I get this side done, it will seem more obvious which way this is going. And now, oh, that was close. I almost lost a bunch of stitches. That would make me very sad. Anyhow, I assume I am a mess, you guys. It's a good thing I'm going to bed. I would assume that this is the side. I don't really know. And this edge is doing something weird where the I-cord is. I don't know what's coming, but I do know I love this clue. And it's just so pretty. What do you think? Would that work for a sweater? This texture? Or do you think that those little slips would get caught on everything? I just think it's so pretty. This way or this way. I'm just gonna pet it. I'm delirious, you guys. All right, bed for me. I will definitely finish this side tomorrow and hopefully get a good chunk done on the other side, section 12. I'll update you then. Good morning and happy Saturday, October 21st. Yes, it is the 21st. I had to double check. I have my sidekick Ollie here, and that was Cody's nose because he has to be in everyone's business. It is around 10 a.m. just before, and I got up around 6 this morning. I have been working away on Clue 3, and I have some good progress to show you. And actually, I think I realized I was holding this up the wrong way last night. I believe this is going to be the top, although no, I'm showing it. I'm showing you the back. You don't want to see the back. Maybe this is the top now. I don't know. I'm so confused about what's the top, what's the bottom. But if that's the top, there we go. That is clue 3. And I did weave in my ends as I went. I don't love the way they look, but luckily this is the wrong side of the fabric. Towards the end here where it got really thin, I did have to go in and weave in some ends. And this entire shawl has been a whole lot of ends. I did check my Knit Companion app, and so far it says that I have worked on this for just a few minutes over 11 hours. So I have some errands to run. It's going to take me away from my knitting for probably a couple hours. And I will come back and get some work done on this. I don't believe there is any chance of finishing clue 3 today, but maybe if I really dedicate a lot of time today and tomorrow, I might get it done by Sunday. We shall see. I'm back to work Monday and Tuesday with Wednesday, Thursday off. So I will give you an update on the second section, which is section 12, when I get back. All right, it is about 5 o'clock on Saturday evening, getting ready to eat dinner, but I wanted to show you I have made just a little bit of progress on the second side, which is section 12. I finished one of the 4 color repeats, and if you'll remember from the other side, there are just over 6 and a little bit. Thank goodness the rows do get shorter, but I'll be honest, it was kind of a disappointment. I mean, I knew it was coming, but a little bit of a disappointment to go back to the longer rows, but that's okay. We're working through it, but ended up running my errands today. It took a long time, and now I have other stuff going on tomorrow, much more than I had anticipated. So I don't know if I'm going to get this done by tomorrow, which kind of makes me sad. But I have Wednesday off, although I'm getting a tattoo in the morning. I don't know. I just hope I can get this done before clue 4 comes out. There's how it's looking so far. If I can back up far enough. It's getting bigger, and that's making me happy. Although, let's see, these shells are usually at least my wingspan, and so I'm holding it over here in my tippy fingers, and it's reaching my shoulder. So, I mean, we have a long way to go. I have long arms, so there we are. Here is my Saturday evening update. I got sidetracked and ended up baking a apple cider donut bundt cake, and it was really good. I will insert some photos, and if I remember, I will put the recipe down below. But I was reading another recipe, and I'm not much of a baker, but it said to condense the apple cider juice by about half or a third. So this recipe called for a cup of apple cider, and I started with 3, boiled it down to about 1.5, and used 1 cup for the dessert. So that took me some time. But back to what we're actually here to talk about. There is my progress. I finished 2 of the 4-row gradient repeats, and I have just started the, did I say 2? Yeah, 2. So I just started the 3rd, which means I'm making progress. The rows are getting shorter. I didn't count my stitches, but no, I can't do math. I don't know. I'm gonna guess I'm around 80-ish stitches. And I'd still really like to get this finished tomorrow, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. But you and I will both find out how much progress I make on it tomorrow. Again, there we go. Haven't made a whole lot of length progress, I guess. It's a little bit longer. And it's becoming a shawl. Look at that. It fits. Happy Sunday, the 22nd. I am here with Fiona, who I don't think you've seen yet. And it has been a busy day, just like I knew it was going to be. I managed to finish the third repeat of stripes. I've just started the fourth. Obviously, I'm nowhere near being done, and it is about 3 p.m. So I have to go to bed early tonight because I wake up at 3:45 in the morning tomorrow, my normal work day. There's Ollie. And yeah, it's not going to get finished. But I think I'm at about 60 stitches, so definitely getting smaller. Rows are getting shorter, and that should help. Hello, it is Sunday evening, the 22nd of October, and I'm coming to you from my location where I show you my finished clues. Hint, hint, I finished! So excited. I didn't think there was any chance I was going to finish this thing today, but I did. There it is. It does not all fit in the frame. And let's see, I was doing my wingspan test before, and we're getting close. We're getting close. It's not quite to the tip of my finger there, but yeah, it grew a lot. And of course, it's not blocked yet, so it's going to be even bigger. There is sort of a close-up of what clue 3 looks like. And I think you got a pretty good idea of how it looks with the rest of the shawl. This by far is my favorite clue. It is so pretty. I don't think that the camera quite does it justice. It's just really nice. I did not get all my ends woven in. A lot of these just need to be trimmed, but these down here will need to be woven in. And that I can get done on a Wednesday before I go back to work. Where do you all think this shawl's going? Because as I was showing you before when it was still on the needles, it's definitely shawl shaped at the moment. It would be a small-ish shawl, but it's a shawl. I can wear it like this. So Stephen West did not disappoint. A, it's not the wrap design that I thought it might be, where it would just continue that shape going up. Unless, of course, we pick up there and knit something else on this side, and then it would still be a wrap. I guess that could still happen. And I was noticing no brioche so far yet. So does anyone think there might be brioche coming up? Maybe, maybe not. But what I have noticed about each of the sections, which is not anything earth-shattering, but each section is stripes. So I imagine that section 4 is going to be stripes, and I think we're going to pick up along this edge here and maybe this edge and do something coming down. Hard to show you when I can't show the whole shawl, but off the bottom portion there. And especially because it ends with that blunt edge, I don't know. It could still turn into the wrap now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're all going to find out soon. So let me give you a little bit of stat updates. My Knit Companion app told me that I worked on this clue for exactly 21 hours. It actually said 20 hours and 59 minutes, but I haven't woven an end, so it will be over 21 hours by the time I'm done. And how much yarn I've used. My color A, Candy Floss, used 16 grams. Color B, Allium, used 13 grams. Color C, Peony. You'd think I'd have these memorized by now. Peony, 13 grams. And last but not least, I know this is comfrey or comfrey because I never know how to say it right. Color D, used 11 grams. So all said and done, all of the colors, we used 53 grams this week. So I have used approximately 150 grams in the entire shawl, but can you see these up here? Kind of, sort of. I'm still on the first cake of each color. So I have a lot of yarn left. I definitely have more than 10 grams of each. So this is probably around 45 grams, which is approximately what each of the clues has been using so far. So I really hope that clue 4 is big and that we take a big chunk into this yarn here. If not, I'm going to have a whole lot of scrappy hats or something. All right, I think that is my clue 3 update. I'm interested to hear, are you guys still going? Are you staying on track with the clues? Are you knitting at your own pace? I'm just going to enjoy this for a moment. It's so pretty. I really do love it. After that very rocky start, week 1, week 3 is my favorite. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.